Hello friends, and welcome to our channel where we talk about plant-based eating for busy people and good health for busy people. I'm coming at you from a cruise. This is something that we do occasionally to literally get away and we love to travel, all kinds of different travel, but this is our way to disconnect and really have some solitude and some serenity. So anyway, absolutely love them. We're headed to Vancouver, Canada. We're going to Victoria Island right now. I had to find a little quieter place. So I wanted to talk about food on these cruises. Our team member, Misty, wrote a blog post a few months back about their cruise experience as whole food plant-based eaters, and that's an excellent blog post. We'll put a link for it in the comments here in the description. But I just wanted to tell you about our experience here. But first, a little background. On previous cruises that I've been on, I have come on the cruise with the mindset that I'm going to cheat. That's not the case this time, and I'm going to tell you how that went for me. But always before, a lot of you know I'm a recovering carnivore, and cruises have such a spread of amazing things, and my husband has a sweet tooth, so I've always eaten well on a cruise, like made healthy choices, but also made exceptions and cheated here and there when there was something just amazing that I didn't want to miss out on. However, on March 6th of this year, I made a commitment to myself that I've never done before, and I'll make a video about that another time. But I knew that I would not be cheating when I came on this cruise, and so I wondered how that was going to go, and I'll tell you how it went. So we have tried 3 different cruise lines, and this is sort of a review, I guess, of the food. We're currently on Holland America, and this is our first time on this cruise line, and we have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been amazing. The food has been amazing, and I'll tell you more about that. But we've also sailed with Royal Caribbean several times and Princess. No complaints about any of them. We've had great experiences every time. But here's the vegan food review for this one. When we boarded the ship, this has been a short cruise, just 4 days. When we boarded the cruise, we had lunch right away, and I thought, how's this gonna look? We went up to the buffet, and we were so pleasantly surprised. There was a salad bar there. You could make your own, anything that you want on the salad. We just chose one of the signature salads, the Asian sesame salad, and had them leave the tuna off because they typically will put tuna on it, and they will make these custom however you want. And it was delicious, a wonderful way to start the meal. And then we had pineapple fried rice, and there was chana masala with roti that was delicious, super filling. A vegetable chow mein that was delicious. Now I will say this, on the cruises you're going to be able to eat whole food, plant-based, but not necessarily oil-free. In fact, definitely not oil-free. So you're going to have to be okay with that. And we were. Obviously, we were more careful about it at home, but we are on vacation, so I did not lose sleep over that. But that lunch was really good. Another thing I should add here is we typically skip the dining room. My husband's a little impatient with all the time that the dining room takes, and so we did not. I can't tell you much about that particular part of the cruise, but we ate other places on the ship, and these are some of the things that we loved. Fruit. There was fruit abundantly. We had fruit with every meal, delicious pineapple, melon, berries, water. Well, I said melon. Just really good fruit. Also, obviously, your normal bananas, apples, things like that available in abundance. We, for dishes, there were so many choices for vegetable dishes that were delicious. Soya, green beans, stir fried vegetables, just delicious. All kinds of mixed vegetable options. For breakfast every morning, I had almost every morning, a bowl of chia pudding, vegan chia pudding with gobs of fruit and berries and little granola and just so many toppings you could choose from, nuts, and I had a little dollop of Greek yogurt, which is dairy, but we'll talk about in another video about why sometimes Greek yogurt, especially if it's low fat, is a good choice. Just a little bit for protein and also for the fact that it's fermented. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. One evening we had cauliflower steak, which I've never tried before. And so I was excited and kind of curious about that one. And it was so good. My husband took a bite of it before he went to get his food, and he came back with two. It was delicious. However they had seasoned and grilled that, I seriously felt so satisfied with that. It was delicious. I had that with mashed potatoes and gravy, which I know is, again, a little bit iffy because there's probably dairy in those potatoes, but they were real potatoes, which I loved. And so I had that and a lot of vegetables, and wow, what a filling, delicious meal. Like, I wasn't just trying to tuck myself into it being good. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I was with the food here. And my husband mentioned the same thing because he did not cheat either in any way or form here. And he said, wow, I get excited about everything that we eat. And that's how I felt as well. It's easy when you have so many options. It's not hard to make good choices when you have a lot of options. Okay, I do have to tell you about this one thing. Again, we were not observing strictly whole food plant-based rules. We did eat vegan, and we tried to really stock up on fruits and vegetables. But they had this poutine bar because we're headed to Canada, right? And it was so fun because typical poutine has mozzarella cheese and gravy and stuff, but this was a poutine bar, so we got the french fries, and then we had a mushroom sauce instead of the gravy, and we had cashews instead of the mozzarella cheese, and then there were like some french fried onions and scallions, and it was just some fun stuff on that poutine. So it was fun to get to actually enjoy poutine, but have it be on our terms. We enjoyed that a lot. For breakfast in the morning, they also typically had some kind of potato cooked up and mushrooms. I love sauteed mushrooms. I had that very often. And a potato curry that was available in the mornings. So those are some things that we enjoyed from the buffet. Oh, they had a pasta bar. So one evening I built my own pasta, which of course I had the marinara sauce and then tons of vegetables, and that was delicious too as well. And you can just choose everything you want. So many mushrooms and peppers and onions, and I don't even remember every vegetable they had. I had them pile on there, tomatoes and so forth. So that was delicious as well. Also on the ship, okay, so here's a note. We learned that when the food team on the ship, as they're planning the ship, they're very careful and very precise about it. They do the best that they can to understand who their guests will be and what their food preferences are. And then they try to tailor what they offer both in the restaurants and the buffet and the dining room and so forth. They try to tailor the dishes to the demographic of the people that will be on the ship. So since we're headed to Vancouver, Canada, there were a lot of vegan options and that were delicious because they knew that there would be a lot who would lean that direction. So when you have a chance, when you are registering for your cruise, I'm always that person that is like, I don't want to be any trouble to anybody. I'm not going to tell them that I'm vegan, and I don't want anybody to bend over backwards for me. I always find good things anyway, so I don't want anybody to cater to me. But in this case, it would be good to mention that preference as you register. That is helpful to them because they do not want to waste food, so they try to be very precise. So that's one note when you're registering for a cruise. We also, and you've noticed this if you've ever been on a cruise, there are crew members here from over 25 different nations and countries. So all kinds of cool, different cuisines and tastes for them. And I love that about these cruises because I love trying new things. So you'll find me all the time over at the Indian or Asian parts of the buffet, trying all of the new things. So many lentils and beans and vegetables and good things like that. So that is another awesome thing about a cruise. Also, they had vegan cakes and desserts every single day. They had those options. We were not that strict about adhering just to those things, but the ones that we tried were delicious. As far as desserts go, we did have cake. We had even some ice cream. I will say that. Never meat, but we did have some ice cream, just a little. And then I love herb teas on a cruise that's cold. Like this one has some cool evenings and stuff. And so I love the assortment of teas that they put out, and they always have plant milks that you can use. So that is wonderful as well. Also, they have like a little pizza place and they have a hamburger place, and both of those places offered vegan options. So twice we got a margarita pizza with vegan cheese, which I know, vegan cheese, it's still a junk food, but we are on vacation. So we had that twice and it was delicious. And we went to the hamburger place and we had a Beyond Meat burger, and we even tried the sausage because they have a signature hot dog bratwurst thing that they offer, and so we tried the vegan version of that, and it was very tasty. Not gonna be a surprise to you, but we wouldn't eat that every day. But again, we are on vacation, so we did try it, but we didn't have it every day. Every place, like they had a taco bar, and they offered a vegan chicken taco if you wanted that. I didn't try that. For me, I like all the other things in a taco. I don't need the vegan chicken, but you can see how very, very plant-based friendly this cruise was, and how everyone jokes about the food is a major part of the cruise, and it is. There are so many other things as well. Ooh, here's the pilot boat. I should show you. This is so cool to me. So, as I was saying, there are many wonderful things about a cruise, but the food is a fun one, and we were highly satisfied with this cruise's food. Holland America, we're on the Amsterdam, um, headed to Vancouver, Canada. We just got on in San Diego. Just a short little restful time for us to decompress and disconnect for a while. So we have found we've found the conditions to be very similar for whole food plant-based eating on the Royal Caribbean, and so definitely options, and you can have a wonderful time. And 2 thumbs up from us for this food on this trip. A couple of things that I think I ought to add. We're here in the buffet right now, but just for the sake of, if you're trying to decide which cruise line, which food, I would have to say that some things you should know here are you don't serve your own food in the buffet. So the crew will serve it for you. That has advantages and disadvantages. Also, I have to say I don't think there are quite as many choices in this cruise line as there have been on the Royal Caribbean. So that is just my personal opinion, but a little bit more variety in the food and a little more availability. Having said that, been very happy with the food on this cruise. We have not starved at all. But in terms of variety and availability, I think I would put Royal Caribbean just a little higher. Just a thought. I think